warning, winter whiteout ahead.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Our home crowd can be electric for us this weekend. A winter whiteout.
Wearing all white uniforms.
Oh, I tell you what.
With purple numbers, purple helmets.
Wow. My God, is it cold up here?
To the end zone, TJ Hawkinson. Yeah! He lost the football, and it's scooped up by Minnesota.
And we are only 2 days away from the second annual Winter Whiteout at US Bank Stadium as the Vikings gear up for another division collision, this time against the Detroit Lions. Welcome inside the TCO studios. My name is Gabe Henderson. That's Tatum Everett. We are your co-hosts. This is Vikings Weekly. And even though the Vikings took a tough loss in Cincinnati last week, the team in purple still sits at the 6th seed firmly in the NFC playoff picture, Tatum.
That's right. They do control their postseason destiny as they begin a 3-game NFC North divisional stretch. It's going to be a gauntlet. However, it all starts this Sunday with that meeting against the 10-4 Detroit Lions.
Yep.
And coming up this episode, we'll dive into the X's and O's with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell, plus sit down with this week's breakout star Tai Chandler for an exclusive one-on-one, and we'll spotlight some of our players' community efforts this holiday season.
Tatum, this season has been unique, to say the least. The ups, the downs, the wins, the losses. But as the Vikings gear up for this 3-game stretch, I'm sure head coach Kevin O'Connell is stressing the importance of how every game from here on out is a must-win.
Easily. And they're hoping to build off of one of the best rushing performances of the season. In this week's episode of X's and O's, Kevin O'Connell dove into the offensive output from last week.
Here comes X's and O's on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network and Vikings.com. Indeed, I am Paul Allen. And this is courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery. A very Merry Christmas week to everybody as Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, joins us now. And off the Cincinnati game, cliches are cliches because they stand the test of time with accuracy. And what I'm getting at is that Cincinnati game truly was a game of inches, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you look back on a lot of plays in that game, first half, second half, into overtime, where, a little bit better execution, a little bit better job by myself or our coaching staff. It could have been the difference on that particular play. It's always going to come down to, our last sequence of downs offensively. I understand that. Or defensively, just couldn't get that one stop to kind of limit their momentum there in the fourth quarter. But that's how we continue to improve and strive to improve. Nothing hurt more than leaving Cincinnati without a victory. We felt like we played well enough to win that game. And you got to credit those guys for finishing in the end. But still an opportunity for growth for our team with a lot of very important football out in front of us here down the stretch. And can we find a way to have our best week of preparation and take on a heck of a challenge with the Detroit Lions coming into town?
Your expectations are super high, so potentially hide the women and children with this question. But for the most part, is it fair to say, Kevin, in the Cincy game, the passing game looked close to what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah, I think, and credit Tai Chandler and our offensive line, our tight ends, for what our run game looked like, because what that allowed us to do is really get back to what we want to be as an offense, which is balanced, really trying to put defenders in conflict to, execute some play pass and some movement game where we can essentially generate explosives without always having to be in the drop back game, and marrying the run and the pass is the way to do that. And I thought Nick, his ability to hit some of those intermediate to deeper shots down the field, whether it was Addison on some of those high crosses, catch and runs, JJ on the dagger cuts, the outbreaking cuts, and then TJ with, some monumental plays as well. That's really what we envision being. I thought Nick playing in rhythm, seeing it and throwing it, and really taking a lot of the calls that I was able to get to based upon how the game played out, how we were being defended, how they were trying to stop some of Tai Chandler's runs. That allowed us to really get synced up as an offense. Over 300 yards for Nick passing, over 100 for Tai rushing, and it really felt like, outside of a few plays where we either turned it over in the red zone, the execution on some of the previous snaps leading into those plays, a lot to build on, but still, we know our margin of error is very thin, so we've got to find a way to have better execution on those, handful of plays that really define taking what should have been just a really good day on offense and leaves a bad taste in your mouth because we just didn't do enough to win the football game.
You can find that entire episode of X's and O's at Vikings.com or the Vikings app. If you want to hear more from Tai Chandler, we sit down with him in just a bit right here on this show. But Gabe, we've got something first. What you got for us?
Well, I know I speak for a lot of Vikings fans when I say that it was great to have Justin Jefferson back on the field this past Saturday after dealing with injuries the past 8 games. While we marvel over what the superstar wide receiver does on the field, what he does off the field should not go unnoticed. This past week, KJ and JJ were both at Target celebrating this holiday season while giving kids a shopping spree at Target. Let's check it out.
What's up? Nice to meet y'all. Oh, I like that jersey too. Jerry? Which one we looking at?
I want to get this.
You want this one? Bet.
Of course, we always want to be involved in the community, giving back and showing love as much as possible. So this experience is always fun. I did something like this last year, so to experience it again is always exciting to see how happy they are, the joy that they have to be around us, to be shopping and to really scratch off their Christmas list as we go on. So.
Yeah. Let me see, look up, look up.
I feel like I'm on demon time.
Appreciate you guys coming out. Me, Justin, Ant, he can't be here today, but we want to give back, to our community. You guys show us so much love out there in the field, so we want to, show our support to you guys. You got all types of Oakleys and JJ shoes and KJ Osborne merch, Viking merch, and all types of things. This is our Merry Christmas to you guys. So.
Hey, gritty.
Merry Christmas!
Don't we all just love a good, warm story this holiday season? Personally, I love the fact that Justin Jefferson and KJ Osborne have both made a huge impact in this Minnesota community in only 4 short years. For more information on how you can make a difference this holiday season, head on over to Vikings.com as well as the Vikings app. Tatum, what's on deck?
Gabe, patience has marked Tai Chandler's journey with the Minnesota Vikings so far. However, now he is getting his chance. I sat down with him this week to talk about his first NFL start and how he feels about being a more featured role in this offense moving forward.
Hey, Tai.
Yes, Tatum, how you doing?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
I'm so happy we get to do this finally. Tai, first individual 100-yard rushing performance by a Viking this season in your first NFL start. What did it feel like to be the featured back in the offense on Saturday?
Crazy feeling. Grateful for the opportunity. Wanted to seize the moment.
Handoff Chandler gets loose 25-20-10. Tai Chandler.
I knew I prepared for it, ready for the moment, and got some great preparation throughout the week. So it was an exciting opportunity.
So 132 yards and a touchdown. You added 25 yards through the air, and a lot of headlines came out saying it was your breakout performance.
And they got a great run from Tai Chandler, who's having one of the best days of his young NFL career already.
Would you label it as breakout? Why or why not?
I wouldn't say breakout. I look at it as another opportunity.
Heads to the end zone. Touchdown!
And like I said, I was blessed just to be able to be in the moment and be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to the consistency of it and looking forward to progressing on it.
Yeah, being ready and working hard. I think that's something that you attribute your success to a lot. In interviews in the past, we've talked about your roots back down to being, as your dad likes to call you, all country. You know, growing up on a farm, loving that kind of work. What has your background taught you that you take now with you in the NFL?
It's taught me the process of hard work. And you don't get everything you want, and you got to work for it. And that's what I do. I put my head down and work and try to go get what I want.
It also sounds like you attribute a lot of that to your family. Your dad was there for the Saints touchdown at your when you scored for the first time in the NFL.
To the left, with Jefferson opening up the hole and a touchdown. First NFL touchdown for Tai Chandler.
What did he tell you after the game?
You know, you always want to hear your parents tell you, like, they're proud of you. And, you know, so he told me he was proud of me. Really special moment. I grew up watching my dad play, you know, so I grew up watching other members of my family play ball as well. So just to share that moment, enjoy that moment with him, was cool. My dad's always pushed me to be a better person, better athlete. So it was a real special moment. Glad he was able to be there for it.
You can catch that interview on Fox Game Day Live Sunday beginning at 10 o'clock. We still have more to come here on Vikings Weekly, though, including more on what the Vikings need to do to beat the NFC North leading Lions on Sunday.
Welcome back inside the TCO studios. This is Vikings Weekly. We are your co-hosts. That's Tatum Everett. I'm Gabe Henderson. And if you are just now tuning into this show, just want to give you a reminder that this upcoming Sunday is the second ever Winter Whiteout. So if you plan on attending at US Bank Stadium Sunday at noon or watching it at home, make sure you wear white.
Yeah, don't take our lead as I'm wearing all black and you've got purple on. Make sure to wear white for sure. Well, anyway, the Vikings are preparing to face the Lions 2 of the next 3 games. This Viking staff is hard at work. And this week on Winning Formula, Paul Allen, Pete Bursich, and Ron Johnson broke down what it takes to get a victory on Sunday.
Hey, happy holidays, Vikings fans. Come on in here. It's your winning formula, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery, and I'm Paul Allen, joined by Ron Johnson of Fox 9 and Pete Bursich, analyst for the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network. The division-leading Detroit Lions are at US Bank Stadium Sunday, and that's going to be tough sledding to beat the Detroit Lions. They're quite good, but they're beatable. So, Pete, we begin with you. Beating the Detroit Lions will take?
Well, other than the big things about being on the plus side of the turnovers, you have to find a way to disrupt the timing of this offense, right? If you just let Jared Goff get to the top of his drop on play action and just he can skewer you all, and he's so accurate and has such arm strength that he's hitting these receivers in stride. And you've seen Amon-Ra St. Brown against the Broncos, just middle of the field. And if you rush 5, you better get there, because by rushing 5, you're vacating the zone. Goff is good enough to find it. So you have to be very prudent when you blitz. Someone's got to win one-on-one, and then you have to find a way to disrupt the timing of these receivers in this offense, because if you don't, they will just go up and down the field.
My man, RJ?
Yeah, I agree with Pete on that. When you look at their bunch sets, you have to take opportunities to rush when it matters. So when you see them in bunch sets or nasty splits, blitz different guys. You can't blitz the same guy. You have 3 safeties on that field. Allow Cam Bynum, if he has to be able to cover a guy if you want to blitz Byron Murphy Jr. Just change up the look for Jared Goff. But when you look at 3rd and 1 to 4, Jared Goff's at 74% completions. Jeez. When he drops to 6 to 11, he drops down to about 55% completion. So if you can force him into longer situations, also same with them converting on 3rd down. When they're in 3rd and 1 to 4, they're 64%, which is 4th in the NFL. When they drop back and they go to 6 to 10, they drop down to 33%. And on the delta of that, the Minnesota Vikings are 41%, which is 1st in the NFL. So it has nothing to do with wins and losses or whatever. It's just that offense has to give Jared Goff easier opportunities to make throws. He's not going to kill you every single time down the field. And that's why if you can put him in the 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, you have an opportunity to beat him. But he's going to go bunch sets. And like Pete said, it's all about timing in those sets. When he gets to that top of that 5th step, he wants to let go of the ball, make him see something that's not there.
All right, thanks for that, guys. And getting after Goff will certainly be key after he just torched the Broncos for 278 passing yards and 5 touchdowns.
Only 5?
Just 5.
Only, goodness. Well, look, we got another riddle this week. And Tatum, before we show our Vikings fans or our Vikings viewers what the riddle was, I have to ask you, and it's no cheating.
All right, no, I don't know what you're asking me, honestly.
How long did it take you to figure out the riddle this week?
Embarrassingly too long. I'm not gonna even divulge that.
Well, it took me 5 minutes, so it's a record.
Oh no.
Let's see how long it took our players this week.
Wherever I go. If I start at the end and finish at the beginning,
come on.
Wherever I go, I'm cold. Oh, Minnesota.
No, that's where you're at. This is where am I?
The state of Minnesota.
I started at the end and finished at the beginning.
He didn't say what state. Started at the end and finished at the beginning. You read out loud. He just graduated today. Let him read out loud.
A thermometer, a thermostat. To take the temperature, you gotta start at 0. And 0 is cold.
Cold.
A thermostat.
That's a tough one.
I think you might be right. I think it's a thermostat. I ain't gonna lie.
I was gonna say a piece of ice.
Is it not a thermostat? Man, who the man over here, man?
A piece of ice. That's all I'm rolling with.
I'm getting food.
Bro, move. Hold on. Hey, it's winter.
Y'all dumb. Y'all gotta answer for me.
Wherever I go, hit that repost button on Twitter, man.
You already know. Hey, look. Pro Bowl.
I ain't even worried about the question.
I started, you know.
I can't right now.
He cold-blooded.
Feel me?
Hey, look. Hit the link. Hit the link. Vote for my dog. You know what I'm saying? Cold-blooded killer. 4-4. You already know what to do. Vote 4-4. You know what to go.
No, I didn't even read it.
Come on, gotta come back to it.
Come on.
Can't end like that.
Start at the end. Finish at the beginning. Wherever I go, I'm cold.
Winter.
Facts.
Who told you that? Winter. Yeah. Hey, it's winter, homie. Yeah.
End of the year. It started at the end of the year.
Hey, everywhere you know what I'm saying? Hey, still Pro Bowl. Hey, book my dog, football. You know what I'm saying? Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Wherever I go.
Winter it is. That was IDQ.
That was nice. But I also always don't have anything else.
I start at the end and finish at the beginning. Wherever I go, I'm cold. I start at the end and finish at the beginning. The moon. The moon. You got it, G?
I think so.
Tell me in my ear.
Ooh.
That don't make sense to me, G.
It does to me.
It makes sense? Yeah.
Makes sense.
Technically, winter ends in like March. Or if you live in Minnesota.
Never.
Never.
Winter. Final answer.
Is it wind? Y'all not even thinking about it, are you?
Not really.
I'm just looking I'm just looking now.
Like literally temperature cold?
It's gotta be ice.
Oh, winter. Let's go!
For the full edition of this week's riddle, you can head on over to Vikings.com as well as the Vikings app.
Yeah, Gabe, I should have gotten that riddle way faster than I actually did. It's kind of embarrassing.
Happens.
We are just right here in front of Christmas, and we encourage you to give back through the Salvation Army. Text SKOL to the number on the screen, or visit salvationarmynorth.org/Vikings to learn more about how you can make a difference.
Well, we end today's show highlighting the second annual Filipino festival that's done by Cam Bynum. Every year, Cam Bynum uses this money to give back to kids in his home country of the Philippines. We leave you with that, and we'll see you on Sunday at noon right here on Fox 9.
Thank you guys for coming. Another movie. We're about to get the party started. I just want to thank you guys for being here and being at my second annual event. And I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys being here because it's for a bigger cause than just us coming here to have fun. Through this, we're serving God first and foremost. So I just want to let you guys know that this is not just a party. This is something that can change somebody's life. So let's do it. Let's party. The goal tonight is really to enjoy the time with the community and be able to do something that's bigger than us. All these people coming together to have fun, but we all know that we're raising money for a cause back in the Philippines, and that's the biggest blessing for it, being able to come here, all these people come together, but be able to do it for a bigger cause. What's up, vlog? This is the vlog. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, do all that. Movie.
I think Cam Bottom is a great example to look at. It inspires me. I mean, the Philippines, we don't really have that many great athletes, I guess. I mean, we have Manny Pacquiao, and now we got Cam Bynum. Him being Filipino and in the NFL, it's has a big impact on the community. There's only a few of them, and I hope to be one myself one day. That's why I look up to Cam.
For me, Manny being one of my favorite athletes of all time, seeing how he impacted me and inspired me, and somebody saying that I'm doing that for them, so that's a huge blessing, and it's humbling.
Filipinos have such a heart of gold, and our community, as you can see, is very strong. We're just like one big happy family. So that we're supporting in the Philippines. So they're like, what can we do to support you guys? We always have people that reach out like, we love what you're doing. You don't know me personally, but how can we help?
Every single dollar that we make off of this event is all going back to helping typhoon victims, people that are victims of poverty, and bringing football to the Philippines. My favorite part of the night is seeing the whole community come together for a bigger cause and being able to see all the people come together to support our foundation, which our foundation is going to help other people in the future. Hey! Hey! Dancing in September.